Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com, and want to kind of talk about, we've been going through these protests and riots and stuff going on all over the United States, and uh, one of the things that have come up, I mentioned, for me, uh, I would, I'm going to protect myself first, no matter what. And then there's the family, there's the business, and there's others. That's the way I think. I'm not saying that's good for everybody. And but one of the things that came up was there was a bar owner in Omaha, and he used a gun to protect uh, his bar, and they ended up breaking the window. And I don't even know if there's a video on. I don't know anything about it, but the thing is, he did shoot and killed somebody. And then I couldn't believe the people that made judgment. What do they call it? The public arena, the judgment from the public arena, and they investigated somewhat of it, and they didn't press charges. He didn't do anything warranted murder. And but the thing was, um, and then as you start listening a little bit more, I come to find out he lived upstairs from his bar. So it's not, he was doing even more than his bar. He was protecting his business and he was protecting his home. And, but one of the things uh, that came out of it, and this is something that people don't think about, and when taking personal responsibility and doing the morally correct thing isn't easy. And you will be crucified for it. I mean, that's just the way it is. Society in general doesn't look up to people like that. And to make society work perfectly, you do as you are told. You This is, everybody works, they all like the cattle, they all move like that. I mean, that's how a society works. So then when you do something that's not the norm of society, you're going to catch hell. And uh, he did. And now, I guess now he's moved. He left because of the public getting on him so much and all this stuff. I really don't know a lot about it. Uh, but and I try to tell people, uh, if you ever think about you're going to shoot somebody, uh, you need to look at my video. It's a series of videos. The last time I shot someone in Kansas. And you'll see the first video was made, and then years later, I don't remember how many, but sometime later, I finished it up and I explained the whole process of what happens when you shoot a gang member. He was a street gang. And they, okay, there's a reason why. Well, first, being in combat from Vietnam, it changes your life. If you're not going to be the same person, guaranteed. That's the first thing. And then trying to settle yourself in society is not all that easy. And because, like I say, everybody just does what they're supposed to do and all this. I mean, look at this virus thing, So, but the thing is, from that, it makes you wonder. And then I trained SWAT for I don't know how many years from training SWAT. And my wife could not believe, she knew I was from Vietnam, but man, she couldn't believe that when I trained SWAT, uh, when I got done, I came home, I was a bloody mess. I mean, they ripped me apart. And she couldn't believe that I would do this and do this and do this and do this, continue doing it, traveling all over the United States doing this stuff. She couldn't believe that I would put my body through so much abuse while I'm doing this stuff. And uh, the thing is, I know what happens once you stand up for yourself. It's not easy, and there's repercussions, and I'm set up for the repercussions also. There's a reason why I talk about the three-man militia. There's a reason why I talk about all the stuff I do, and they're all just pieces of a puzzle, and you just put them all together, and then you've got something, and at least something to think on. I mean, do you want to stand, and take personal responsibility and do the morally correct thing? But look what you're going to have to put up with. This is what I talk about. And then, like I say, so the thing is, taking personal responsibility and doing the morally correct thing is not easy. And it's some people might think, well, then you're going to be a martyr. You'll be killed and you'll be a martyr. Okay, that all sounds good too. But I say, you still, if you're not killed, then like I say, you will have to live with your actions, whether they were good actions or bad actions. And then, do you strengthen your actions, or do you say, okay, from now on, I won't do anything? I've talked to people that have done combat, and after combat, they will not fight again. They will not lift a finger. I mean, this is, people react differently towards the situations that we're in. Now, how do you react? And these are things you need to think on ahead of time, and be prepared to pay the consequences no matter what. And you've heard me talk about avoiding the legal system. And as much stuff as I've done that gets people in the legal system, it's odd how I've been able to avoid the legal system. And and I haven't all the time. I've had to go to court a few times. And but like I say, I pretty much stay with my personal responsibility and my morals. And that's because what I've done to get me to that point, I believe, was right. And like I say, now, I'm not saying society believes it was right, because society does not believe most of the stuff I do is right. And so, but like I say, when it gets down to the nitty gritty, I have to live with me. And I reflect to others. And I need others. You hear me talk about that all the time. I hate being by myself. I need others. But like I say, not all others can take it. Because like I say, personal responsibility and doing the morally correct thing is not easy. And most will not do it. That's it. I mean, for right now, here in the United States, the problem we have is we need the swamp drained. Now, they're fighting it because the swamp includes everybody that's up there. I mean, we already know the FBI and all these people. There's so much corruption. They don't investigate each other. They don't. Trump, they do. That's because he's not one of them. But like I say, This is the problem. This is why the swamp has to be drained. If it's not, all this is going to go on. And the problems that they're protesting and rioting about all can be fixed once you drain the swamp. You see, you have to take personal responsibility and do the morally correct thing if things are going to get good. If not, they're going to continually go on the way they are, and it's not good. It starts with you. You have to do the morally right thing and take personal responsibility. It's not going to be easy, and everybody's going to be against you. This Mike, NoStressMike.com.